You sure you want to do this, sweetie? It ain't like we got anything against your boyfriend. Your father loves him dearly. It's just that marrying him means saying goodbye to the life we've built together, to the future we'd planned. Marriage is forever, Mother. Are you trying to break our child's heart? She needs to hear the truth, not soothing lies. Aurora. Sweetheart, you can't compare your modest little life with what your family has achieved. You work hard, you sacrifice. What have you got to show for it? 3 jobs, a shoebox apartment, and a broken heart. Now, look at your sister. Her beauty, her talent, she took it to the top, became a global sensation. If only you'd followed her path, you wouldn't be scraping by. Your dad and I are not monsters. We want what's best for you, for our daughter. But why does that have to mean breaking away from the only person I love? Don't talk to me about love. You had that foolish infatuation. What was his name again? Tyler Travis. Trevor, some loser from next door. You threw yourself into that trash can like a moth to a flame. When we rescued you, pulling you out of that nightmare, you should have thanked us. Instead, you left him and moved across the country to pursue your dreams. You chose this life. Why are you complaining now? Because I found someone better. He loves me, for me, not for what I am or what I have, but for who I am. Well, you can love all you want, but if you marry that loser, you're out of luck. No offense meant, of course not. But since you left New York and gave up modeling, what value do you bring to this family? You're not famous, rich or talented, you're just a burden. You used to be our little girl, a pretty face with endless potential. Now you're a waitress with chipped nail polish and second-hand clothes. You let yourself go. Oh, I forgot. You think you're special because you write those silly romance novels. You dream of being a writer while working in a pet store. How cute. The only thing that matters is that you're happy. I'm sorry. Let me make myself clear. If you marry that nobody, we won't attend your wedding. Got it? We won't support you financially. Period. We won't help you build your career, publish your book, or buy your dream house. In fact, we won't even recognize you as our daughter. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to shout, honey. You're acting like such a monster. Why are you doing this to me? Because I care about you. I want you to soar, to shine, to become everything you were born to be. We'll find you a handsome, eligible bachelor who can give you the life you deserve. Trust me, sweetheart. You'll thank me later. I love you, Mama. I know you do. But I can't do this anymore. I won't let you force me into a life I hate. You may be disappointed in me, but I'm done with this charade. Goodbye. Hi guys, my name is Aurora and I'm moving out today. I packed all my things in a backpack. All the rejection letters from publishers were crumpled and torn in my closet. I couldn't take it anymore. My mum kept begging me to come home, to listen to reason, to give them time to find me a new boyfriend, but I was determined. I would unturn back until I proved to them that I didn't need their help to succeed. Yet, walking through the city, fatigue and hunger gnawed at me. At night, sleeping in doorways wasn't easy, but I still managed to update my blog with each morning's events. Sometimes, though, the reality of my situation hit me hard. I was lost, alone, hungry. Who did I think I was kidding? Returning home defeated was inevitable. Sure enough, after a few weeks, I knocked on their door. Before I could even speak, my mom ushered me in. "See, I told you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have pushed you. You're an adult. Do whatever you want. Just promise me you'll be careful. Promise me you'll come home." But I couldn't. I had tasted freedom, the bitter kind, but freedom nonetheless. I couldn't trade it for their gilded cage. That's when I met him. He was sitting in his usual spot at my favorite coffee shop. His camera bag sat at his feet, and a worn copy of Jane Eyre rested on the table. Our eyes met, and something sparked between us. He smiled, introduced himself as Jacob Hayes, and asked me out. Our connection was instant. He understood my passion for writing. He shared my love for classic literature, and soon he was visiting me at the shop, bringing me lunch or walking with me during breaks. There was a depth to Jacob that intrigued me. He spoke of travels, of living abroad. Yet there was a quiet sincerity about him that set him apart from others. One evening after closing, we decided to get ice cream. As we walked along the riverfront, Jacob suddenly stopped, turned to me, and confessed his feelings. "Aurora, I care about you. I really do, but I want to be honest. This distance, this secrecy, it's eating me alive. I need you to know the truth." He took a deep breath and continued. "My parents, well, they passed away when I was young. I grew up in an orphanage, and recently I discovered I have a sister. She's older, lives abroad. She reached out to me, wanting to reconnect. And, well, I agreed, but I also asked her to keep it a secret. My life here is good. I have a job I love. Friends, a routine. Revealing I have a sister could change everything. I don't know how, but it feels dangerous." I held his gaze, understanding his fear. "So you never told anyone? Not even your colleagues?" Jacob shook his head, a flicker of sadness crossing his face. "No, not one person. I've kept it hidden, buried it deep inside." A surge of empathy washed over me. Here we were, two halves of the same coin, hiding our pasts, fearing exposure. Suddenly, the weight of our secrets seemed unbearable. I placed my hand on Jacob's arm, seeking to convey the depth of my feelings. "As long as you're happy, Jacob, that's all that matters. I love you for who you are, not for your family ties. And if others can't accept you, then they simply don't deserve to know you." His eyes filled with gratitude. "Thank you, Aurora. You're an amazing woman. I feel so lucky to have you in my life." One day, as we strolled through a park, Jacob pointed to a pond. "Did you see that?" he exclaimed. A swan, I joined him in staring at the water, but all I saw was a plain white bird. "What do you see, Aurora?" he asked gently. I hesitated, torn between honesty and kindness. A swan, I whispered, and in that moment I realized that loving someone meant cherishing them, accepting them for who they truly were, even if it meant facing challenges alone. I had chosen Jacob, not just because of who he was, but because of the extraordinary man he aspired to be. And I knew that if others couldn't embrace his true self, then they simply weren't worthy of knowing him. Love isn't just about the feeling. It's about the choices you make, the battles you fight, and the promises you keep.